Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are, of course, back in the Toyota GR86, this time at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben for the Production Car Challenge. Now, this is open setup, and if you want to race the setup being driven in this track guide, you can go to our website, sambosetups.com, or our Patreon page. There are links to both in the description. Any questions, let me know in the comments, but please note that the track state and track conditions are already shown on the overlays. Enjoy the guide. Here we are, smashing it down the main straight, looking for our braking marker into turn one, which is going to be this entrance road on the right-hand side. Don't want to brake too hard initially up to about 35%, holding it there, then increasing it to about 50-55. Long trail off, back on the gas in second gear. Exit nice and wide. Now we're looking for this light stanchion up ahead. As we get there, once again, rolling on the brakes to about 50%, holding it and then trailing it off, back on the gas, nice and early in second gear, exit wide once again. Now we're going to take turn 4 flat, but then we're going to start braking lightly at the first apex, back on the gas at the second, and then at that sausage curve on the left-hand side, rolling onto the brakes to about 50-55%, fairly long trail off, back on the gas in second. We're going to take it flat as we go through this corner and then this corner, and then we roll onto the brakes to about 35-40%, back on the gas in third. And again, that's perfect road positioning from Gianni here. We're going to get on the brakes just after the 100 board here, or midway between the 100 and that signage up ahead. Down to third gear, little lift, and then back on the gas once again. Head over to the left-hand side. And then lightly on the brakes through the penultimate corner. And then once we're in this pit lane, on the brakes to about 50%, trail it off down second, back on the gas. Nice and easy, just keeping everything flowing in this car. We have the breakdown lap coming up next. Over and across we go in a, what was it? 1:35.7. This is warm tyres and fairly late on in a stint with low fuel. Right, you joined me for the breakdown lap. Well done, you guys. So, entrance road on the right-hand side. We're going to start our turn in. As soon as we do that, we're going to get on the brakes to about 35%. We're just going to hold it around there. Now, as we straighten the wheel towards the second sort of bit of turning here for turn 2, we're going to increase that braking up to about 50-55%, and then just a nice classic trail off. Trying to get back on the gas as soon as possible here. Just continuing. It is a momentum car. I know it's faster than the MX-5, but it's still very much the momentum car. Next braking marker, this light stanchion up above us. We're going to get through that and roll on the brakes again to about 50-55%, long trail off, and then we're back onto 100% nice and early on in this corner. So turn 4, we're going to turn in and we're going to go flat. And then once we get to this curb on the left-hand side, although it isn't a curb, it's just painted asphalt, we're going to get on the brakes to about 15% and just holding that, trailing it off, and we get back up to 100%. The second apex here, we remain at 100% until we get to the third apex on this left-hand little section. And this is where we go on the brakes up to about 50-55%. And as I showed you before, it's just a long trail off, back up to 100%, nice and early. So 8, we go flat, getting nice and tight to that sausage curb without hitting it, and then nice and tight to these bollards without hitting them. And then once we're in the middle of the track here, we go on the brakes to about 35-40%, and then try and get back onto 100% as soon as possible. So we're already at 100% at the apex on the right-hand side here of turn 10. Three more braking points. So third to last. What we're looking for, we've got the 100 board here on the left-hand side. We've got the 6 solar group stuff up ahead. Once we're halfway between the two, we get on the brakes to about 50-55%. And we're going to trail that off. We want to be picking back up on the gas at this apex, almost at 100% when he's on it. We get up to 100%. Now we're just going to do a lift to get through 12. And again, putting it back up to 100% once we're at the apex. If you do it right, you won't end up in the gravel. Now we're looking for this light stanchion you can just see on the right-hand side. So once we're midway between there and the start of that corner on the right-hand side, that's when we're going to get on the brakes, only to about 15% again, trailing it off and back up to 100% at the apex. And our final bit of braking is once the car is in this pit entrance here on the, well, dead ahead of us, we get on the brakes a final time, again to about 50-55%, trailing it off and back up to 100%, nice and early at the apex. Nice, simple, straightforward lap. We got one final version coming up next with the driving line on and without me talking. Enjoy.